don't think that was the right voice. Come on. Remember, she's a soft one.
She's so cute.
I'm glad. I look at Noelle, a small smile on her face. On my face, not her. Well, her too,
yes.
But me as well.
Yes.
For the past 5 minutes or so, she's been giggling quietly to herself, holding her doll tightly to her chest.
Oh, we got the doll. She actually sold it to us.
Wow. After the humiliation you probably took. I don't know if I've ever seen her smile so much before. Noelle looks so happy about her new doll, I wish I'd be the one to buy it for her.
Oh, what? She probably bought it for herself.
Maybe they collaborated or something.
Yeah.
However, given Suzumi's quick temper, that would have been impossible. I'm worried, if I keep pressing the issue, she would have gutted me. However, even though she adamantly refused to sell me the doll, she had no problems letting Noelle buy it, and for a discount too. If I needed any further proof, this is it. Suzumi really does hate me. I just wish I knew why. Well, I suppose I don't mind so much. Just so long as Noelle's happy. That's all that matters. Even though I did want to show off a little.
Atcchan.
I turned my head. Sorry. Noelle's pale fingers are grasping my sleeve, tugging at it gently. What is it?
You look a little sad.
Sad? I blink, trying to dispel the gloomy expression from my face. I didn't realize I was letting my disappointment show. I'm sorry. It's nothing. I'm just being silly.
Did the woman in the store upset you?
Maybe a little bit, but... I try to flash her with a reassuring smile, though I worry it looks more frightening more than anything, as though I've suddenly contracted a bad case of lockjaw. I don't mind. I'm tough. It'll take more than that to upset me. I'm trying too hard.
Really?
Yeah, really. I'm tough. I swear.
Well, if you're so sure. I was just worried. You used to get upset a lot, though, and you look terrified.
No, that's completely irrelevant. I'm older now, you know. I don't get so easily scared now.
That's a relief.
Heh heh heh. Why is she laughing like that? It sounds kinda creepy.
I remember when we were younger, when I told you the story about the slit-mouthed woman.
Oh no. Just hearing that name sends shivers up my spine. It feels like the dark days of my childhood are coming back to haunt me. The story of the slit-mouthed woman is an urban legend I heard from Noelle. Apparently, it was a pretty well-known story when she lived in the city. She said the children at her old school talked about it a lot. I'd never heard of it until she told me. The legend of a woman who wears a surgical mask, who stops young children to ask if they think she's pretty. If the child says no, she kills them. If the child says yes, she takes off the mask to reveal her mouth has been mutilated, slit from one side to the other in a permanent smile. Of course that story frightened me. It would have frightened anyone. That's not unusual at all.
So you say. then, a week later, when Miss Tachibana caught a cold...
Soon after, Noelle told me that story of our teacher, Miss Tachibana, got sick. When she entered our classroom wearing that surgical mask, I think I might have screamed. My face turns bright red at this unwelcome memory. Hey! It was an easy mistake to make. I was just a kid. I pout indignantly, arms folded, as Noelle giggles at my childhood trauma. At least she's having fun. That's gotta be terrible. The two of us walk together companionably, moving through the rabbit warren of streets that comprise this jumbled section of the town. More than ever, I marvel at how that store is able to stay in business. It's located in such an out-of-way place, split off the rest of the shops, and the owner is so condescendingly, unapologetically rude. How is she able to make enough money to survive? It must be something shady.
She's selling drugs.
You think?
Yeah.
Man.
Definitely.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. We'll say that. I'm sure a woman like that is involved in all kinds of creepy things. A little bit of this and that and even that. Yeah, drugs.
Prostitution?
That's
what it sounded like he was implying. Even that.
She hates him, so you never know. I'm starting to get scared myself just thinking about what it could be. A cold chill starts to creep up my spine, making me shudder. Actually, now that I start to focus on it, a strange feeling has been gnawing at me for a while now, ever since I arrived at this town. It's an unpleasant, uncomfortable sensation, as though a large spider is slowly crawling up my back. My skin prickles. It feels as though somebody is watching me. Watching us. Right now, if I strain my ears, I swear I can hear an extra footstep falling out of time with Noelle and I. I thought I sensed somebody earlier, didn't I? At the time, I shook it off, telling myself it was just my mind playing tricks on me. But now that I've started to focus on this feeling, which I was trying so hard to ignore, it really is starting to feel creepy. Almost claustrophobic. It's so silent here. I can't see any other people. I can't hear any cars. I can't even hear the cicadas. Right here, right now, it's just Noelle and I. And the third invisible person following along behind us.
Atcchan. Atcchan?
Huh? I blink, looking up at Noelle in surprise. I got so wrapped up in my worries I have spaced out for a few seconds.
Atcchan, are you alright?
I'm okay. I was just thinking.
Thinking? I do that sometimes too.
You do?
Of course I do. Sometimes I wish I didn't. People say it's good for you, like vegetables, but I am not sure.
So what do you think is worse? Thinking or vegetables?
Both are bad. I don't like either. But if you don't like vegetables, you can try to hide them under your plate.
I guess that's true. I don't know if Miss Cicada would have been too keen about the idea, though.
But with thinking, since it isn't a physical thing, you can't just get rid of it. Even if you don't want your thoughts, they're still there. I think if you do too much thinking, it will make you unhappy. So it isn't always a good thing.
I think I can agree with that.
Yes. Thinking is okay. Overthinking is not. And there is a fine line between the two.
I know. I get it.
Although, if you feel anxious now, I would understand.
Why's that?
Because
Noelle looks at me. The expression on her face is unreadable, like a no mask.
somebody has been following us for quite a while, haven't they?
My breath catches in my throat. It feels as though an icy hand has taken a hold of my heart, giving it an unpleasant squeeze. She says it so casually, as though it's the most natural thing in the world. Did she know this whole time? So, I wasn't just hearing things?
No, I heard it too. Another set of footsteps.
I was right. There really is someone following us. For some reason, having my suspicions confirmed doesn't make me feel happier. Most people like being right, but I can't revel in it. I don't get that smug, self-satisfied feeling you get when watching a quiz show, and you get a question right, but the contestant doesn't. Instead, I just feel even more anxious than before. Instantly, I want to disprove it. You're not playing tricks on me, are you?
No, I'm not that imaginative.
Then, maybe it's a collective delusion?
I can't rule out the possibility, but that seems very unlikely.
And how long has this person been following us?
A while. Ever since this morning.
How is Noelle able to say something so disturbing so casually? Doesn't she mind? Isn't she worried? I thought she was supposed to be shy. She's more resilient than she looks. Far more resilient than I am. She does have that passion for ghost stories, so maybe her reaction isn't so strange after all. Maybe she finds vague threats and undefined impending doom less imposing than regular human interaction.
I feel that way sometimes.
Dunk! All of a sudden, I can hear it. I can hear it clearly. A noise, just from behind my back. There's somebody following me.
It's Amu.
Standing right behind me. You think it's Amu?
I think it's Amu.
She's trying to play a trick on him?
Yeah.
Looking at me. Who is it? I turn around, eyes wide, ready to face the culprit when...
Called it! I knew she'd be fucking with us.
Oh wow, it's Amu. Huh?
Oh,
You got something
yeah.
for her?
I had to think of something. Ah!
Our eyes meet. Blue and green. Even though she tries to hide, it's far too late. There's no mistaking that familiar head of bright pink hair. It's Amu.
Oh, bitch. Hey there.
Amu smiles awkwardly, giving us a small wave. The unnecessary gesture is pitiable. Her arms flapping uselessly, without any real conviction. It's so rare for Amu to do anything by half measure that her meek, shy appearance takes me by surprise. Amu?
Yes?
Why were you following us? Amu stares down at the floor, her head hanging like a withered flower.
I was, just in the general area, you know, so... And then I saw you two, and, It's just a coincidence, you know? That's all it is, really. There's nothing strange about it at all.
But her forcefully specific denial makes everything seem even stranger. That, coupled with her guilty expression, only serves to deepen my suspicions. Were you following us?
Me? Follow you? Of course not, never. Why would I do something like that?
I don't know. You're the one who started by it. Started it. Ah, sorry. Yeah, you started it.
I didn't start anything. I'm not so bored that I would devote my spare time to stalking you. Like I said, I was just in the area and,
You just so happen to be in the same area as Noelle and I. For about 3 hours.
Yeah. It's funny how that stuff can happen, isn't it?
Amu.
Hey, don't look at me like that. You're making it sound like I did something bad.
Following people around like that is bad.
Even if it's a cute girl like me?
That doesn't change a thing. I thought you were gonna abduct me or something.
Oh my. Did I scare you, Atcchan?
No, of course not. Don't be absurd. I wasn't scared. I'm just annoyed.
So you were scared after all.
I wish my face wasn't so red. Then my attempts at denial might sound more believable. No, I wasn't. I said I wasn't. Anyway, don't try to change the subject. Being paranoid isn't a crime, but stalking is. You're the one who did something wrong, not me.
Well...
Amu quails under my accusation, tugging at the hem of her skirt. She looks like a child who's just been scolded. Good. She deserves to feel guilty. Why was she following me anyway? Was it because she wanted to spy on my date with Noelle?
It's because she's jealous.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she wanted to see him kiss or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was planning to play some kind of prank on us. That sounds like something Amu would do. But even her, this is a little too much.
Well,
And yet, even though I told myself I was going to be mad at her, and even though I have every right to be mad, I can't quite bring myself to be. Looking at Amu's anxious expression, her eyes darting around as though seeking some kind of escape, her face unusually flustered, makes me feel bad. I don't want to upset her. Not really. She is one of my best friends. Amu.
Yes?
Are you alright? You don't look so good.
Oh. Are you worried about me, Atcchan?
Amu giggles, but it lacks her usual energy. It falls flat in the most depressing way, like a small child tripping over on stage during a school play. I've done it. Yeah. I'm worried. I can't help but worry. Huh. Those words register in my brain with a heavy weight, making me blink. I'm sure I've said something like that before. It's because I can't help being worried. Isn't that what friendship is about? But I still want to know. Why were you following me?
There was no real reason, really. I just...
Amu scratches her cheek with one finger, her gaze fixed at an intermediate point just over my shoulder. So, can't she look me in the eye or something, or what? Huh? How suspicious.
I just... I have something I want to tell you, and I got worried I wouldn't have the time. I got scared that I wouldn't be able to tell you. That I'd never be able to tell you.
Scared? I can't imagine it. Not from Amu.
Yeah. Just a little. It's something I wanted to say to you for a while, I guess.
Is it something important?
Kind of. I think it is, at least. But I don't want to say it here, so... If it's not too much trouble, can we go somewhere else?
Well... If it's that important, then... I look at Noelle. She's been hiding behind my back throughout my conversation with Amu, completely silent. It's kind of odd that she was more comfortable with the idea of being followed by an, as of then, unknown stranger than being in the company of somebody she's known for 7 years. But that's just Noelle. She can be a strange person at times. I feel a little bad cutting our time short, especially as I know Noelle wanted to be alone with me, but I know I would feel even worse ignoring Amu during this time of need. I don't think I've ever seen her look so troubled before. Noelle, is it okay if I talk to Amu?
Well, I suppose, but I thought we were going on a date.
I wince. A sudden pang of guilt makes my chest ache. A date, huh? Did we ever really clarify that?
Yes, we did. You said if she wanted to go on a date, then we could go on a date, so don't be a dick.
And that's why they're walking together.
Mm-hmm.
Of all places I thought Amu might take me, I certainly didn't expect it to be here. This place is so unlike Amu, so completely at odds with her character, that I can't help but feel surprised. It's a reasonably large gardening store, popular with horticultural enthusiasts. My mother used to go here a lot. In front of the store, they sell various bits and pieces for gardening equipment like shovels and trowels. Trowels. The back of the store is enclosed in a large greenhouse where a wide variety of flowers, plants, and herbs are kept in pots, ready to be bought and sold. The air is warm and muggy, made even more oppressive by the large amount of plants that surround us. Flies and mosquitoes hover around, droning and buzzing. I try to slap a few mosquitoes away from my arm, but my reflexes are too slow, and this act of self-defense only results in several red hand-shaped marks on my arm. This place is kind of relaxing, though. There are so many flowers and plants, it's kind of like being inside an artificial forest. The air is thick with the smell of vegetation, earth, and something that might be basil. I'm not sure. Amu and I find a secluded place by a display of lilies and primroses far away from the other customers to talk. Noelle decided to stay in front of the store, examining some of the ceramic tanukis. Tanukis with mild interest. Although Noelle doesn't get along with strangers, a soft-looking woman with strikingly dark skin approached her, noticing her interest in tanukis, and engaged her in conversation. Oddly enough, Noelle seemed more happy to reply to the woman. I think Noelle thought the tanukis were cute, and she was happy somebody seemed to share her opinion. I will never understand Noelle's notions of cute. I shudder to think what the end result would be if she was ever asked to design a home. How can somebody so good at drawing have such strange sensibilities? So, this is an unusual place to have a discussion, isn't it?
I suppose.
Amu smiles faintly, but it doesn't look very convincing. Silence reigns. This conversation is off to a good start. I didn't know you liked flowers, Amu.
I like them as much as anybody else, I guess. They're pretty.
I tried to joke around a little. Even you like pretty things?
Heh. Of course. I think everybody does to a certain degree. Pretty things are relaxing.
Yeah, that's true. More silence. However, just before it gets awkward again, Amu starts to talk.
And anyway, it's kind of quiet back here. Not many people around, which is good.
I thought you liked people.
I do, but there are some things people don't need to hear. Like it would be embarrassing.
Embarrassing? Amu smiles and shakes her head.
Even I can get embarrassed sometimes, you know. I'm only human.
Well, I know that. It's just...
Maybe it's easy to forget. Since I'm always doing my best. Like Badan, you know?
Hey, I know you're human. I think it's impressive that you're trying so hard, really.
You do?
Yeah. I think you're really amazing, Amu.
Oh.
Amu's face turns light pink. Flustered, she turns her head away, her fingers reaching up into her hair. She coils a strand of her fluffy pink ponytail around her finger, winding it tighter and tighter.
But you shouldn't say something like that.
Why not? It's true. I really do think you're amazing.
No, I don't know. I don't live inside your head. I don't know how you think.
But I'm telling the truth.
I don't doubt that you're telling the truth, but you have to be careful. Something like that can get interpreted a lot of different ways.
What do you mean? Coiling her hair from her finger, Amu lifts her head to look at me.
She wants your butt. She wants it so bad.
Probably. The light pink blush is still visible on her cheeks, but it's starting to fade away now, like makeup that's been worn for too long.
Jeez. You really are dense, aren't you?
Although she's still stammering, she sounds more composed than before. More self-assured. More serious.
Atcchan. If you're not serious about your feelings, then you shouldn't compliment me too much. It's mean.
Mean? I wasn't trying to be mean. You look sad, so sad I wanted to cheer you up. You haven't been acting like your usual self, and...
I know. I know you're not a bad person, but...
Amu sighs.
You're not a bad person, but being with you makes me feel bad, okay? It upsets me, and I don't like being upset. How am I supposed to keep smiling all the time, but when I'm with you, that becomes a lot harder?
I wince, taking a step backwards. I don't mean to. The intensity of Amu's words make my feet move of my own accord. My back hits a table behind me, making me wince. The display of primroses, pretty little flowers arranged neatly in rows, shakes from this sudden disturbance, their pots clinking together. You don't like me?
That isn't the problem. I do like you. I like you a lot.
Oh, and we have the conclusion.
I told you.
Oh. Ha.
You're my best friend. It's just,
Amu's shoulders start to shake. Her eyes look suspiciously wet. like light green puddles. Are those tears? Okay. Wow.
Oh god.
That's really, really awkward.
Yeah.
And Noelle is right there. Oh, goodbye kiss.
No. I ain't
Oh,
kissing
boy.
you. I ain't kissing you.
Uh-oh.
Boy.